Sometimes the best treasures aren't far from home. They're right around the corner, waiting to be noticed and waiting to be discovered. And on Townwide tag sale weekend, I went looking. These are beautiful gardens from this gorgeous old home that I found so many vintage treasures at. I can't wait to show you. But in the meantime, let's go thrifting and see what we can find in our Townwide tag sale. Cheers, my thrifting friends. Okay, well, it is hometown tag sale weekend, and I'm at the community fields right now. This is where you pick up the map for where all the tag sales are. You can pick up a map, and when you make a donation for the map, it supports the town library, which I think is an awesome idea. So I'm all for that. So let's go get ourselves a map. There's definitely some people that are set up here as well. They've got lots of tents, people that are selling right now. So let's pick up a map and take a look at what's for sale, and hopefully we find tons of really good treasures. Thrifting angels, be with me. The very first tag sale I went to had so many beautiful vintage things. This is the pile that I have so far. I was there right at 8 a.m. and started putting things aside immediately because their prices were unbelievably affordable. I will show you all the stuff I got when I get home, but it was so much fun. Look at these beautiful lamps, and they were so $8 for that one. This is at 8 in the morning. This is the first day. I don't know why they were even more marked down, but they had so many vintage items. It was so much fun to be at this tag sale. It's one of those tag sales that is once in a while you hit one that is just reasonably priced, full of treasures, and it was just a pleasure. I had so much fun shopping at this tag sale. What an interesting figurine this was. My mind was already going to all the different ways you could use this. What a sweet face. You could use this for pens, makeup brushes, little scissors, all kinds of fun things, and $2. Hard to beat that. So many pretty pieces. That vintage sleigh was amazing at $3. A lot of little porcelain pieces and figurines. This crystal decanter was beautiful for $8. They had lots of artwork to choose from. It was all wrapped really neatly. This mirror really caught my eye. This was $20. I love the black and the gold. And I'm just trying to show you everything they had out on their tables. Look at this little brass lamp. $3. Oh my goodness, what a steal. This one was a Stifel lamp. They did want $40 for that, but it was gorgeous, absolutely stunning. They had some tall hurricane type lamps back here. This amber glass was $18. I thought that was beautiful. This other glass one was $18. Beautiful lamps, great selection. Look at this book. I love this. The Art of Table Setting. That's right up my alley. $3.
Thank you for being patient.
Of course. No. All right, they're wrapping up all my stuff. I got a boatload of treasures for a really good price. Cannot wait to show you everything I got. And look how they're wrapping this up. What an awesome tag sale. I had so much fun. They're going to help me bring everything out to my car. You guys, I just hit the best tag sale. It's tag sale weekend in Belchertown, and I basically just spent all my money at the first tag sale because they had so many amazing things, but I can't wait to show you when I get home. This is incredible. The thrifting angels, they never They never quit me. I swear I'm so grateful for this, but let me get it all in the car and I'll show you when I get home. All right, I am already on to the next tag sale. This was really pretty. I love that mustard color. That is so vintage and colonial looking. Very cool. This old photograph, I love what they're wearing. Look how dressed up people were. I love the picnic basket because I want to go on a picnic now. I have a gorgeous one of my own, and this inspired me to come up with a picnic adventure for John and I. This is an awesome basket, very well made. It's got that heavy wire frame. I always look for baskets with heavy wire frame, and at $2, that's a bargain. Coming with me. Wow, this was an unusual piece. At first I thought it was a planter, but it was solid. It was like this really big cornice. My dad loves horseshoes. He only wanted $1 a piece, so I grabbed all these for him. Cheers, my thrifting friends. Okay, well, I am on day 2 of the Townwide tag sale. You can hear all the cars going by. It's mass hysteria. It's only 8:30 in the morning here, but I have to work today. Today's Saturday. I did most of my shopping yesterday and Friday. As you guys already saw in the footage, I had a massive haul. It's amazing. But that doesn't mean we don't head on out and try our luck. I'm just being very careful crossing the street here. We don't try our luck on the second day before we go to work. I'm about to go into this massive tag sale behind me, so wish me luck. Well, these are a cute little picture. I thought these were adorable, little Victorian kids. All right, I'm always looking for linens, and I am willing to hunt through any pile to find a hidden treasure. So that's exactly what I'm doing here. This is a pretty crocheted lace. Wasn't quite sure what that was. Maybe I wasn't sure, but it was $35, so it wasn't anything I was going to grab. But yeah, those gloves were interesting. These gloves were interesting, very vintage. These are really popular, these little trinket boxes, but that was at $35. I don't think so. Wow, $5. I asked him if it worked. He said yes, so I took a risk, and for $5, we're gonna give this a go. Wow, what an unusual lamp this is. Very Victorian, very fancy. I love those glass lampshade parts. Those are very unusual, very pretty. I know exactly what this is. I have a yellow one and I use it all the time. This is the perfect thing to bake bread in your oven or for big soups and stews. I love mine. I use it all the time. Loving this copper piece. Very, very primitive. It's not my style, but I totally love it for what it is. I think it's really cool. This. You guys doing good there? This is what, I wonder if I can get her down any. Good for you. By the way, I did. She sold it to me for $30, you guys. I have been looking for a vintage dark academia typewriter. This is perfect. It works. And it came home with me. Wait till you see what I'm going to do with it. What I was going to do is I was going to show you all the big items first, and then all the little items I got, they wrapped them up for me so beautifully. I thought it would be fun just to do a little montage of me unwrapping them all and putting them in my keep and sell piles. And then one very special thing right here that I want to show you at the very end. I want to spend a little time with you and this item, showing you what it is and how I'm going to use it. And this French style bouillotte lamp was the first thing that really caught my eye when I was in this gorgeous tag sale. They just had it labeled as metal lamp. They wanted $12 for it. And yeah, I grabbed that. Now, I don't know if this is a Frederick Cooper. I have no way of knowing how to tell if this is something a little more expensive or just a nice reproduction, but either way, it's a beautiful lamp. I think I'm gonna have this in my keep pile. I really love an old fan, and when I saw this one lying in the grass, I asked the guy, does this work? And he said it did, so I took his word for it. He only wanted $5 for it, so I don't have an old metal fan like this, so I hope it works. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Ooh, it's a little loud. Not bad, though. Wow, what a breeze. Wow, these old fans, there's nothing like them. I mean, they put out such a strong breeze like that, but isn't that cool? I love it. Very vintage. For this one, I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or sell it. I'm on the fence with this one, so it's in the maybe pile. This lovely wrought iron sheet music stand was also a very lovely thing that caught my eye. This was priced at $10 or best offer, and it's a little dusty. We're going to clean this up, but I really love the shape of this. It's a really traditional, elegant piece, and I think that's going to be in my keep pile. So I found some horseshoes for my dad, and these are all pretty cheap. I think he wanted $1 each, and my dad loves to have these just hanging around his garage. Sometimes he likes to use them to make his old birdhouses with, but I figured my dad would really like those, so I grabbed those for him. All right, this next lamp was quite lovely for the price. They had pink lamp, $12. I'm pretty sure that this is an electrified late 1800s Victorian lamp. I think this used to be right here, the well for the oil. I'll show you. Let me take off the... I mean, I could be wrong, and I know a lot of you guys out there are more expert than I am. But I'm pretty sure that just you can see, I think this screwed off, and I think this was the well, and I think this is an after the fact electrified thing, because this isn't going to light up the way the modern hurricanes light up. This is just going to be part of the lamp, but I think this is a really beautiful piece, and I think it was electrified after the fact. Originally probably a gas or kerosene lamp, but the pink glass is a lovely ballerina light pink, and here's what the cord looks like. So it's a lovely vintage lamp. Either way, I'm guessing it's probably Victorian, electrified, originally like probably an oil lamp or a gas lamp. What do you guys think? Oh, and by the way, this is definitely in the keep pile. Just my style. I love it. These three pieces right here are all going to be for my store sell pile. I love these shape of little lamps or lanterns, if you will. This is very kind of Moroccan looking to me, and at $2 for each piece, there's definitely a lot of room in there for resale. This one's also really pretty. I love the crown top of it. They all still have their hang hooks, so that's cool. And then this little brass lamp is really darling. I do need to clean this up. Again, this may have been an electrified oil lamp. I'm not quite sure, but for sure, this plug is definitely vintage. So this is a really cute old little vintage brass lamp, and I love the shade that they had with it. So yeah, these things we're gonna bring to the store. All right, so these next two pieces are definitely in my keep pile. I think these are like Rococo styled, revival, maybe French kind of style, but oh, here we go. These are, yeah, Sirocco wood. So these definitely have the stamp on them. These are a amazing find. I picked them both up for $10. I know these sell for a lot more online, but again, I'm not saying that I'm going to be keeping these, but I will never find these again at this price. These are these are double candlestick holders. I'm sure in my future home, I'm going to find a wonderful place for these. Right now, I really don't have a spot for these in my house. They're very vintage looking and feeling, and I'm going to pack them away. And I know I'm going to use them someday, but I will never find another set like this for $10. So these are definitely in my keep and hold pile. All right, so this is my final bag of stuff. It's a pretty good sized bag, and it's all filled up with wrapped up smalls that we put together in a pile. And I thought you guys might have fun just watching me unwrap it all and putting it either in my keep pile or my sell pile. And not sure if you guys would decide the same way as I am as we go through it, but it'll be fun to see your comments down below as to your favorite pieces, what you think they are. I'm just gonna, show it silently, me unwrapping all of it. I figured you guys would really love that. All right, we're almost done. So this is going to be my sell pile. This is everything I'm going to take to the store. Some really beautiful pieces, modern and vintage. I sell both, so I think that's really cool. And this is so far what I think is my keep pile. We got that dish, the boat in a ornament, the porcelain, the flow blue, the vintage table setting book, the two lamps, sheet music holder. This is a beautiful curtain tie back holder, but that opalescent glass is really beautiful. This is a piece of amethyst glass, black glass, one candle holder, and these are little Victorian cigarette ashtrays, a lady's ashtray. So if you were a lady smoker, that's so pretty. I love those. I think they're really gorgeous. All right, I have a piece of artwork. I'm going to show you that. So let's look at that next. So I did pick up this beauty as well. She is this gorgeous, very Victorian looking piece of art, but I'm holding it together. It was actually in a very, I don't want to say broken, but fragile state where the glass and the back of it was kind of coming apart. So I'm going to turn this around and put it on the table, and I'm going to show you how I'm going to clean it and then what was underneath. All right, and then after all that is said and done, the picture came out great. It looks really pretty, very clean. I just had to retape the back, and it's a lovely little picture. I love it. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep or sell that. Probably sell it. I have a lot of really beautiful original art. I think that's a print, so I think she's going to go to my store. But this is the thing that stole my heart. I knew the second that I saw it that I was gonna buy it. I was hoping it wasn't gonna be too much. Lucky for me, it was literally just $30, and I've been wanting one of these old typewriters forever. And I'll bring you around and show you really close. I'm going to clean this up a little bit. We're gonna use some mineral oil to get all the gunk off of all the keys. I've got a little bit of black paint that I'm just going to use to touch up the sides. Nothing too serious. And then I'm going to show you how I'm going to use this. All right, so I'm done cleaning it. That was fun. She was really dirty. So the only thing I haven't done is black touch-up paint it. And the reason is because I want to use it. So I want to do the paint last so it can just sit and dry. But in the meantime, I want to use it and I want to show you what I want to use it for. So you guys are probably wondering why all these canned goods are back here behind me. Basically, I want to use the typewriter to create my labels for my camp stuff. So instead of having a label maker or writing on them by hand, I thought it would be really sweet if I purchased some self-adhesive labels and typed the contents of the jar and then put that on the jar. And then I have some material that my sister and I were just at the Goodwill. That'll be in next week's video. We had a lot of fun. Usually I save my stuff, you know, that's specific to the video, but we just grabbed these at the Goodwill. They had some, this looks like literally just fabric. Or maybe this was a curtain. Who knows? But I grabbed 2 pieces of it. They're probably 2 curtain panels. And I'm gonna put this on the top of my jars, but my labels are gonna be my vintage Underwood typewriter labels. By the way, I put the serial number of this machine into Google and the year that it was made was 1927. So it's literally 100 years old. That is so cool. I can't believe I found this, and it's in complete working order. I did order another ribbon online. This ribbon still seems to have enough juice in it to get done what I want to get done, but I'm going to attempt to use the original metal ink bobbins with the new ribbon. It does come with, like, I think plastic ones, but you can unwind it and rewind it onto here. Who knows? Maybe I'll try that. Maybe I'll just use the plastic, but in any event, always save the metal pieces. But anyway, let's type up a few labels from stuff that we canned that you just watched us do and put them in the pantry. Well, for those of you who have gardens out there, you know what season it is. Canning season or preservation season if you do preserve your own stuff. So today we're going to get started and we're going to make some hot sauce with some spicy peppers that are ready, and we're going to make some tomato sauce. Now, some of the tomato sauce we're going to can. So we're going to can some and then as like sliced tomatoes, and then some we are just going to have fresh. We have these in a crock pot for fresh sauce. So follow along. We're going to do some canning. This isn't meant to be a tutorial. It's just meant to be something fun for you guys to watch. If any of you guys do can out there, feel free to share your recipes in the comments, what you guys all follow. We do a very simple, what do? We just do tomatoes and fresh basil from the garden.
Yep.
And yeah, we pick some
Basil and oregano.
Basil and oregano, it's right here. He's got it in some water. So you'll see everything we add to it. So let's get started.
Simple, basic fermented hot sauce. I'm going to start out with 38 grams of salt and then 180 grams of water in the canning jar. Then you add your food. Let's leave it blank like that. And then put the fermenting lid on it and then just store it at room temperature and let it ferment.
What kind of peppers are those?
These are Scotch bonnet, and these are Scotch bonnet. These are habanero.
And you grew them, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so we're doing this all from homemade. And this is your garlic from last year.
Yep.
Yeah, we just took it out of the freezer.
And we got some peppers from the garden too, and we're gonna make up the balance with a tomato, but I mean, people seem to love making recipes like this with pineapple, but I don't like pineapple, so I'm using tomato.
Perfect. All right.
Plus, I don't grow pineapple.
All right, let's do it.
We have all of our principles in there, and we're just going to skim off whatever seeds we find right now. Some will probably pop up later, but we're not going to worry about that. So like I mentioned the last time I did this, anything that floats has one side out of the brine, so it's going to get a white mold on it, so you don't want that. So we're also going to take some nice pieces of a fresh bell pepper to try and act like a barrier to keep any more seeds from coming to the top. And then we'll hold those in place with a glass weight. We're going to use an actual fermentation lid on top of our glass weight. Close this up. You want it out of direct light in a room temperature environment for a minimum of 10 days. It's really personal preference. You can let it go 5 weeks. The flavor obviously changes once the fermentation starts, and at 10 days you basically have a fermented hot sauce.
How spicy is this going to be on a scale of 1 to 10?
My 10 or your 10?
Let's do my 10, which is like I can't take much.
Maybe like an 8.
Okay, and then your 10?
Like a 6.
All right, so you guys got it. It's moderately spicy. It's not going to be mild. If you were to buy it in the store, I think they'd label it medium or maybe hot. All right, on to the tomatoes.
And this isn't hot enough to cook them.
Right.
That's the important thing. We're doing this to just get everything well mixed, make it easier to fill the jars without any air pockets.
Yeah.
So we had this going while we were cutting up, and in the time that it took us to cut everything up, everything's boiling nice. So we know all of our jars are good. Take them out to fill them up. You want to be careful with this part. You just want to take the jar this way and turn it up horizontal. You don't want any splashes. You don't want it running back down the utensil to your hand. These are all
Yeah, I can see that
things
getting
that will
burned.
harsh your mellow when you're
Yeah,
trying to do your
you
candy.
don't want to burn yourself with the steam or the water.
Yeah.
So exactly as he's showing you to do it is the safest, proper way.
So these are all loose. You just want to just ring them tight like that. You're not trying to tighten them too tight. So leaving your fingers stretched out instead of like that helps.
Good. So, what just happened, babe? And this can really happen. We're not going to we're going to be full disclosure. What happened here?
Bottom of the jar blew out.
Yeah, so, and that's a real thing. And these are ball jars too. So
Yep.
it's not like you're using, this is why you really want to buy ball jars and good quality jars, because these things aren't supposed to do that, and yet they still can. And you have to be really careful. Yeah. Yeah, and this is a ball jar. It just might be too old. You know, we may have canned it too many times. We've been canning for 15 years. So maybe this is just a really old jar, but just be careful when you're canning. This stuff can happen. Luckily, no one got hurt. And we have plenty more jars left. So we just grabbed another one, sterilized it, and kept going.
We have plenty of filling left.
So if you see, like sometimes when you watch people do it old school too, that they cover it, this can happen after the canning process too.
Oh yeah.
They can explode at any time.
Lots of cool videos online about that.
Yep. So I mean,
To minimize breakage,
Yep.
just in case people think I might not know, I told you take the jar out and do it this way
Yeah.
to drain it.
Yes.
Well, it's the exact opposite going in, because you want the corner of the jar to go in the water first.
Okay.
So you hold it this way, and then you put the corner of the jar in first.
And that's what you did. This one just, you could hear it crack immediately.
Gonna change your grip.